Good Friday morning to you. It is Friday, isn't it? I don't know. I think I actually slept good last night and early this morning. Now I'm behind. I'm a little out of it. Anyway, hope you're having a great morning. I hope you've had a good week. And I hope that, my goodness, January's almost over. We've got 11 days left. Today's the 20th. Wow, this month has really gone fast. Isn't that unusual for January? Because usually January just drags, right? Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. I woke up this morning on the top side of the soil. So that means it's a good day to praise God, right? It's a good day to live. It's a good day to breathe in some breath, to breathe in some air and get some things done, right? So, I did drop the link to my latest new video on YouTube. Came out last night, and so it's ready to view. It's on the second one on worship, and they do stand alone, so you don't have to watch the first one to get the second one. So if you just want to go watch the second one, go watch it, right? If not, that's okay too. And yesterday, miraculously, Facebook was healed. I could download it, so those are being uploaded back up to YouTube too. So I don't know what they were doing, but whatever. Anyway, so as I'm sharing this morning, I have um, oh, about four of you, maybe five, that I know and can count on to watch every single day. And some days, honestly, that's what keeps me going because I got about but at least four people that I can think of off the top of my head, maybe even five, that if I don't show up about eight, they're like, "You okay? Are you going live today?" And that keeps me going. That's super encouraging to me, and that's one of the reasons that I drag myself in front of this camera, get dressed, and get up going. But one person who watches every day, I mean every day, very dear to me, is very ill and in the hospital, very, very sick today. And so this morning, as I was getting ready, I was like, I just don't even want to do it. I just don't even want to do it. And I started thinking about how, we never know what what a day's going to bring. We really never know. In the worship video that I made yesterday and uploaded last night, talked about Job, and we know we can look at Job, and I think we talked about him earlier this week because somebody mentioned it, and just how many things happened to him, and yet he still said, "Blessed be the name of the Lord." And here's the thing: God doesn't change because of something we're going through. And so as I started thinking about that this morning and just being thankful, really, that God doesn't change, and I can't imagine walking through the hard places of life without His peace, right? Because the hard places of life are hard. That's right, they're hard. And if I don't have His peace, and I can't say that I've always let it rain, I can't say that I've always just had it all in place and gone, oh well, God's got this, no worries. No, sometimes I wrestle, when I fight through some emotions, and maybe I could cry a few tears. I'm not really a big crier, but I do cry every now and then, right? And uh, uh, that doesn't mean that there's not a struggle to get to that peace, but to know that God doesn't abandon me in those hard times is just kind of blows my mind. So as I was thinking about that, I thought, nothing, even though my world kind of changed yesterday with a couple of two or three different things that happened yesterday that really affected me, right, emotionally more, than anything, and but that affects everything else, doesn't it? Because if my emotions are going, ah, right, I don't work as effectively or as efficiently, I just do what just has to be done and nothing more, and it sort of affects the other parts of my life, right? And so as I was working through all this, I thought, what if God just gave us a container? And He said, okay, here is your piece. This is what you get for your life. Now, when it's gone, I don't know what you're going to do. Wouldn't that be horrible? I mean, let's just be real. Wouldn't that just suck? That would just, if he just said, here's all the peace you're going to get for your life. So make sure you just use what you need every day so you make it last as long as possible. And here's all the grace you're going to get for your life. It's just this one container. Everybody gets the same container. So you can't get any more. So everybody gets the same container. But when it's gone, you'll have to find other means, right? That's kind of how your bank account is, right? You get so much money, and when it's gone, you just got to figure something else out, right? But thankfully, that's not how God did it. And I really can't fathom that sometimes. And even faith. Now it says he gave us a measure of faith, but the thing about faith is so different because it's like it's alive, and it's like it's measurable almost. It's like I can get in the word and I can build my faith. I can choose to trust God and build my faith. I can choose to follow him and to obey him and to have a relationship with him, and my faith will grow. Now, wait, I gotta say, Peter did say to grow in grace, right? So grow in maybe our trust of that grace. What do you say? Add to your peace. I'm gonna turn over there. Hold on, because I was over in Job, but he says he prayed that they would grow in grace and peace. Is that how he said it? Let me find it. Okay, grace and peace be multiplied to you, right? So I guess technically we can get more, but it doesn't drain out. It doesn't go away. We don't have, there's not a faucet on peace and go, okay, I'm just going to take a cup because I don't want it to all be gone tomorrow. I might need some more peace tomorrow. And so I'm just going to take this cup of peace for today. I'm just going to take this measure of peace for today. I'm just going to take this little measure of grace for today because I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, which is true. We don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. We don't even know what today is going to bring, but we don't have to say, well, I'm not going to take anything out of the peace bucket today because I'm just going to work through it. But don't we act that way sometimes? Oh, let me say it this way. Don't I act that way sometimes? It's almost like there are times that I don't go to his peace first because I think I got it. Okay, I'll work through his emotions. I'll write it out in my journal. I'll be all right. I'll talk to you later, God. I'll be all right. Like there's a measure on it, and if I use some right now, I might not have it for later. But there's no container for peace. And there's no container for grace. There's no container for mercy, right? We can come before the throne of mercy and obtain grace to help in time of need. But the thing is, we have grace for every time of need, and isn't all the time a time of need. I'm finding more and more that I need him all the time. And God's not a container either. I don't have to set him on the cabinet and go, okay, just sit there. I'll be back when I need you. He's the all-sufficient one. He knows everything. He feels everything. That's in Philippians. It says Jesus fills everything with himself. So he fills everything. So any container that you could have is already filled with his presence, and we don't have to worry about it leaking out and not being there later, right? I'm thinking right now, I'm looking at my Ozarka water thing, and I've got that water bottle, and I measure it out every day, and I make sure I make it to my next water stop, right? They come every 2 weeks, and sometimes I drain one out really fast because I want two bottles for the next 2 weeks, right? And so I'm looking at this bottle, and one day I had one of them cracked, and I thought it looked kind of funny, and I thought it was wet, and I thought, why is it wet? But when it was sitting up, the crack was on the top, right? But when I turned it up and put it in the holder, the crack is on the bottom. I came in the next morning and all that water had drained out into the floor. And I had a big mess to clean up, and I had to buy extra water, right? And so, but God, we don't have to worry about God's container of mercy, peace, grace, love, provision. Fill in the blank with whatever you need right now. The container's not, first of all, the container's not cracked, but second of all, there's not a container. You don't have to just get a cup for today. You can just go get under the spout and open it and go, I need all your mercy today, God. I need all your peace today, God. I need all your grace today. And we can walk in it continuously. We don't have to put it in a container in the kitchen and go get it when we need it. I need his peace all the time, y'all. I need his grace all the time, and the more messes I get myself in, the more I realize how much I need him. Right? I need his wisdom more. I need more understanding of the things he said in his word. I need more understanding of his ways and who he is, and I need him walking through my heart more, right? And so if you've kind of used his peace like it's in a container today, just take the lid off. Just take the lid off and just realize that it's not. There's no limit to it. Whatever you need from God today, he's got. Because we're all in so many different situations. We're all facing something. We have maybe we have sick loved ones, or we have or facing the death of a loved one, or maybe we have a sick child, or maybe there's a tragedy that happened in your family. I have to say, I've been through all of that. Most of us have. And I have to say that His grace really is enough. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't have my moments. Don't think I'm some saint, because I ain't, right? But He's got grace if we're afraid. He doesn't abandon us when we get afraid. Go, when you fix that, I'll be back. Go get some faith and I'll be back. No, no, He's so compassionate. And He's so loving, and He waits for me sometimes to throw my fit, right? Sometimes He goes, oh, I'm sure He just rolls His eyes and goes, she'll be through in a second. It'll be all right. And then she'll love me again, right? That doesn't put Him off. He wants to be in your now. Whatever containers of fear, doubt, mistrust, unfaithfulness, whatever has been bouncing around in your head or in your heart, it doesn't scare Him away. He wants to be in your now. And I just encourage you today to just invite God into your now. Whatever your now holds, it doesn't matter how messy it is, how nasty it is, how ugly it is, or how beautiful it is, how peaceful it is. There's never a place to just go, okay, I got peace for right now, God, so you just wait till I need you. No, He wants to be in that too. He just wants to be a part of our lives. He created us for fellowship. That's our calling, according to 1 Corinthians 1:9, right? It says it first says, God is faithful. We talked about that earlier this week. God is faithful, by whom you were called into fellowship with His Son, Jesus Christ. He wants to fellowship with us. He wants to walk through the valleys and the mountains, the rain and the snow, the sunshiny days. He wants that relationship with us. And so I don't know what you may be facing today, but whatever it is, it's not too big for God. It's not too ugly for God. He wants to be in your now. So I just encourage you to invite Him into your now, no matter what your now looks like. And trust me, He'll meet you right there, because He doesn't have a container of grace you're going to use up. I would have used it up a long time ago. He doesn't have a container of peace that you're going to use up. I would have used that up a long time ago. He's just, everything He's got, it says He's freely given us. He freely gave us His Son. Why wouldn't He freely give us all these other things, all these other good things? Peace, love, joy, right? Mercy, grace. So trust Him for today. Invite Him into your now. Have a great day. Peace out. There's plenty of peace. Peace out. I'll see you tomorrow.